Hello. It's 8:27 p.m. on October the 15th of 2021, and I want to talk about programmable life forms. And you can see the picture behind me. Just let me do this. One moment, because I really do feel that we do have programmable life forms in the skies all around the world. And I do feel like they very, very well quite possibly could be, I think they quite possibly could be from a solar flare that happened several years back. They came through the sun is what happened. And they're in our skies. And I'm serious, I really am. I think something is going on. And these aren't the clouds I remember growing up seeing. They're not. And they may not be the clouds that you remember growing up seeing either. But it doesn't make them nonetheless real. Okay, they're in the sky. Okay, they're in the sky. They are posing as clouds, and I feel that they are programmable. And the question is, if they're programmable, who is it that is controlling these programmable life forms up there in the sky, this programmable matter, and to what end are they willing to go? Okay. So thank you for joining. I'm going to check my phone right now to make sure I'm on here, because I may not be on here, you all. Hold on right now. Okay, we're on here. Okay. I'm just going to click in here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Applebrook. So we've got people here, and there may be some who do not want to hear that because they cannot think outside the box. Okay, they can't. Let me move myself out this way, outside this box. Let me shrink myself down like this, you all. Okay, I'm going to make myself really tiny, little bitty tiny right here. Teeny tiny. Okay, look at this. Okay, if you can look at this. Oh, it won't let me make it bigger, but I'm gonna make it bigger, you all. I'm gonna make it somewhat bigger so you can see. These are clouds, and this picture right here was taken with my Nikon P900, which is a very good camera. You may say, it's all pixelated. No, it's not pixelated. This is the true texture. This is the true form of these life forms that are up there in the sky. You know what it reminds me of when I look at it? It reminds me of if you would like tear up pieces of paper and stuff. But you can see like this right here. These have squares in them. They do. They have square windows and stuff. Look at this, you all. This is real. These are the clouds. This is why the clouds, when you take your pictures, they look so like this. It's because this is what they are. Whatever this is, I think it's a programmable life form, and I think that an intelligent species probably controls this life form that's in the sky, and it's kind of like AI. That's what it reminds me of, kind of like AI is what it reminds me of. I've just blowed up like a little clip. Is what I did, just a little bitty section of a larger photo, and I'll show it to you all. This is I cannot stress enough how real this is up there in the sky. I really can't. It looks like an island. It literally looks like a totally different world in between the crevices of these clouds. It's their world up there, that's for sure. I want to see if I can make it bigger. This is the only way I know how to make it super, super big is like pull this little tab here on this OBS so you can get a closer look. Okay. And this is the clouds. Look at this. Look at this structure right here. And a part of me thinks, are we living in a matrix? Are we? I don't want to live in a matrix, but I can see to where somebody would say that there is like a Project Bluebeam that could happen, because if we've got programmable matter, programmable life form up there in the sky, which we do, you can see this. These are clouds. They can rearrange themselves into any shape they want, okay, as a collective to form a certain shape is what they can do. Let me, I'm going to show you this picture right here. Let me put this to the screen, you all, for a moment. I'm finding it hard to believe there are angels. There are angels. There's angels everywhere too, you all. There is. I think I've got this on me. I've got this on me. But what I want to do is I want to come over here to this green screen. I want to shrink this down because I made it a little bit too big. I wanted to show the whole picture on here for you to see the whole picture. And I'm not really good at this, but I'm trying to learn this green screen. I really am. So if you'll bear with me. And I hope you had a chance to look at the video that I did today, because it was the moon last night, and those clouds made their way to the moon is what they did. They made their way directly to the moon. Yeah, Gina, you got this on the green screen. I don't know where this will go if I go to another picture. I really don't. I'm going to keep an eye on my comments so I'm not sitting there talking and somebody says, Gina, I can't hear you, because I want to make sure you hear me. I really do. You all, I want to take you to that original picture. Okay, this is the original picture. You can see the timestamp on it. And I was taking pictures of the sunset. Look at this. It's 1936 at night. 1936 at night. This is the section that you were looking at right here. This very, very section. Oh, I can zoom up close. So this was it. You know, this is like the black tips that you're seeing on the tops of the clouds. We've seen them so many times in the live webcams. We've seen them so many times, you all. If you're just tuning in, we're looking at some more pictures of programmable life form is what we're looking at. And I'm going to add another picture to it. I'm going to bring that image over here to where I'm at right now so you can see it also. If I can find it. You all, I have to go looking for it because I have it somewhere else. This is interesting. This is really interesting. It doesn't even want me to open up my pictures. I can't find the very photo that I want. Would you believe that? The very photo that I want, I'm not able to find it. Okay, I think I might have found it. Maybe. I think I've got it. I better have it, by golly. I better have that very photo that I want. No, I don't have it. It's not going to let me pull it up for some strange reason. Let me try it one more time. I want to try it one more time, you all. I know I'm taking up a lot of your time. But I want to find it again. I really do. I want to find that picture to share it with you. No, Gina, honey, I think I got it. Okay, I think I might have it. No. I don't have it. I don't have it on here. Well, you're all looking at it. You're looking at something on here. this isn't really the one that I wanted. I can't find this one right here. That's the one I cannot find. I can find this one. You can see it gets all these. They have the ability to make these colors right here, all these pastel colors, because they're programmable life forms. That's how come they have the ability to make them. They're programmed to do that, you all. Let me move this over. I want to try to get closer inside of here because this is not as sharp as an image as the other, but you can see it is like a whole different world up there in the sky in those clouds, just like this. And this is not due to any chemtrails or anything like that, you all. This is not due to any chemtrails. When you're looking up there and you're seeing the clouds turn that color, it's not due to chemtrails. It's due to this programmable life form that's up there in the sky. You can see the pastel colors. And I'm wondering, are these the same ones that make the rainbows? I'm thinking, are they? They very well could be. They could be the ones that make the rainbows, if the truth were to be known. I think I flipped over to the other page. I think I might have. No, I haven't. But we're going over here, you all. That's exactly where we're going. I think this is it right here. Yeah, we've got this. You all, am I stuck on that screen? Surely, okay, I'm not stuck on that screen. I gotta wait for you all to catch up with me. That's what I had to do. I wanted to show you this because I guess I thought it wasn't good enough how I was showing it, but then look at this. Okay, let's look at all of these black things right here. It's them. It's these. I really don't even know what to think about it. I don't. Because you think you're up there looking at the sky and then you see something like this is what you see. That's what you see now when you take your pictures. Your clouds look like this with all these dots, and look at this. It's like little heads. Let me take a picture of this section right there. It's like little heads right there. Let's shrink it down. Okay, you can sometimes, you know, they probably could be well, they are intelligent, that's for certain, or they wouldn't be up there in these clouds. And it's like these are little bitty like things of light. See how they got the pinkish colors? They can make any color they want. Any color they want, you all. And I can see where these would look like ships because they can make themselves look like ships. It's really a big eye-opener. It really is, if you want your eyes open. But if you don't want your eyes open, don't look at this at all. Don't look at it. Just go ahead and believe in the puffy white clouds, okay? And you will be fine. If you just want to think about the puffy white clouds and the world is perfect. Everything is as it should be. If you want to think like that, go right ahead. But you better not be watching this video because it's not going to look like the way you want it to look. It isn't at all. Okay, well, see, that's what this looks like. It's just... I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I really am trying to wrap my head around what we're looking at. And it's pretty hard. It really is pretty hard. Because I'm seeing all of this in the sky. Yeah. Let me put myself back on this green screen. Gina, honey, can you get there? Let me get rid of this item right here. If I can get rid of that item, I'm going to get rid of that item. I want to put myself back on here, you all. So, I'm just wondering, are you seeing the same thing? Have you taken your pictures and have you expanded them to where you can see what you're seeing right here on this this video? Can you see those like that? You think it's nanotechnology? Well, these are very large. They're very large up there in the sky. For them to be that big and that, for us to zoom up on them, they're very large. If it was nano, it would be super, super, super small. So I think it's much larger than nanotechnology. I really do. I think it's much larger than nano. How big is nano? Because you would have to ask yourself, how big is a nano? Okay. You have to, or how small? How large is a nanometer? Well, we're looking at a nanometer right here. It's like the electromagnetic spectrum. We don't want to look at all this junky stuff right there. I just want to see some pictures of a nano. How big is a nanometer? That's what I want to see. Well, see, this is nano. This is how big nano would be right here. About like that. And this is blood cells. Okay, nanotechnology. So I think these clouds are a lot. These clouds, where are we at with these clouds? These are a lot larger than nanotechnology, is what they are. Right there. So this is a gigantic life form is what it is. And nano is this small, just like that. And or, it could be this small, just like that. It's like a microscopic is more or less. We don't want a nano cyborg, but we may see one now one day. We really may see a nano cyborg one day, you all. So that's how big these nanos are. Just like that. Let's look at this. A tennis ball. Nano devices, nanoparines, cancer cells, all of that like that, you all. Every single bit of that. Gina, can we get you back? So these are enormous. Okay, enormous programmable life forms like programmable matter. I'm trying to think, is there any science fiction movie that literally has anything like this in it? I don't watch much TV or sci-fi, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. But I am going to come up here to what I showed in the video earlier, if I can find it. And I think I can find it if I get to it. Right here. I think it's these right here. They came out of the sun. This is what I think it is. They're in the clouds. Okay, this is the same structure right here. There was thousands, I think millions of them. They came out, and this was explained away as a particle event and nothing more. And you have to ask yourself, how come that had a square opening on the sun? How come there was a square opening like that? Okay. Look at that. This is intelligent. Okay. They can literally line themselves up. They had these colors. And they also had some that were black. They had white ones and they had black ones. Okay. Here's all the black ones right here, you all. I'm thinking this is what's in the clouds. This programmable life form, this programmable matter, and they probably belong to a superior race. They really do, and I'm a superior life form, much more superior than humanity, technologically. Much more, let me say this, much more technologically superior, but not within the spirit, okay? That's the one thing they're lacking. The spirit inside of humanity. This is what I think they are right here. This right here. Because you can tell that this ain't just low particle debris. You have some of these, it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can just line themselves up. The same thing with these. And then I think it's like this also in the clouds. But what is this matter right here? What is this white type of matter that has the ability to even change its color to like pink and or green? What is this made of? Okay, what is it made of is another question. What on earth would it be made of? Something that we don't know, and it's large. It's very large. I can't picture this falling from the sky because I think they're fixed up there in the sky. But I really do. I feel that these right here are connected to these right here. I do feel that. Otherwise, I would have not have, in the very beginning of my journey, probably back in 2018, I would not have been led to this picture right here. Okay, why would I even be led to that picture way back then? And then now, Gina, honey, are you on that picture? Why would I be led to that picture way back then? This one right here. And then now, I'm looking at the clouds and talking about programmable matter, a life form that's intelligent. It's not. It's too coincidental, okay, to be an accident. It is. And I could picture these. I really could. I could picture these on the tips of the clouds, right on the tips of the clouds and inside the clouds. All of them. And they said it was just a particle event, nothing more, nothing less, nothing. The moon could be fake, but guess what? It looks real to us, and what's happening on the moon or anything like that, it is having I like to think of it as having a real world effect on us. I really do. I like to think of it having a real world effect on us. Everything that's happened, even all these things that may be fake crisis, fake events, fake moon, fake sun, fake clouds, fake people, deep fakes. It's all having a real world effect on us. It's having a real world effect on me and you and lots of other people. So at this point in the game, and this is a game to some individuals, it doesn't matter how fake or how contrived it is, how well they've put it together, it doesn't matter because it's literally in our world and we're having to deal with it in real time. It's affecting our very lives, everything. We're having a real world experience. Everything that's happening, it's affecting us in the real time. Okay, it is. It has the same effects. It's like a lie has an effect on people, even though it's fake, it's not real, but it's a lie, and it can cause damage. Okay, it can cause a lot of damage, and the truth can cause a lot of damage also, you all. The Thing. Losing Rose, the movie The Thing, looks like something. Yeah, I hope I can see what you're talking about. The Thing. That's great, Susan. The Thing. I wonder what The Thing is. I've never heard of the movie The Thing. I really haven't. My nose is starting to itch. I don't want to scratch my nose. That looks kind of, The Thing looks kind of graphic. I don't know about that. It looks kind of scary, you all. It really does. I couldn't watch something like this. Oh my goodness, that's kind of graphic. Yeah, you all don't look at it. Don't look at that because it looks kind of graphic. I'd much rather look at these programmable clouds up here in the sky. I really would. And I just don't understand why these are in the sky. I guess I don't have to understand. It doesn't matter. In the big scope of my life, it doesn't matter. But it makes me think differently about the clouds. It really does. And our world. You can see down here that even this right here, it's like a straight like ship. Gina, honey, you are doing it again. You ain't going on that screen. Y'all, I can't navigate this too well. I'm just sitting here looking at these clouds and how they're just pieces of things that come together, and they can close up this whole entire section. These programmable matters that can act like a collective, that can literally close up this whole section if they wanted to. They can close the clouds up. They can leave a little opening in the sky like this so the sun can shine through. But if who's ever controlling them when the sun rises and they all rush to the other side of the sky where the sun is at, that's what they do. All these clouds come over to wherever the sun's at. They've been programmed to cover it up, and you can tell by the looks at them that they can be programmed. They cover it up, they close the gaps, and they form a dark color. They can change their colors dark too, I think. They just cover it completely up so that we can't see. So who's doing this? Who is giving the orders? If these clouds can do that, if these clouds can literally close the whole entire sky up, and they can, because you can see they're solid. They're solid is what they are. Yeah, there's no way that this is a chemtrail. No way. We've got some pastel colors of pink. We've got green. And I've also, in this group of pictures right here that I had taken pictures of you all, if I can get over to it, I've just got to find it. Right here, in this group of pictures, I was trying to zoom up on some rainbow looking clouds right here. You can barely see the rainbow looking color. I can make it show up like this, but yeah, these aren't chemtrails. I think that they are the programmable species that are up in the sky. You can see the colors right there. Just like that. I don't think the chemtrails are doing it. What if chemtrails are real, but what if they're using that? This is a thought. What if they are using the excuse of chemtrails to cover up the fact that there is a life form up there in the sky that is capable of changing its colors? What if that's being used both ways as a cover-up, but yet it's something bad too. What if? Okay, what if? It's something to ponder in the back of your mind. It really is, because these life forms have the ability to do that, and they can pick up on your emotions too. Have you ever been looking at a cloud at a certain time, or been looking in the sky and you had a good feeling in your mind, and then all of a sudden you see a cloud get all rainbowy like this? You ever had that experience? Get all rainbowy, just out of the clear blue, just like that, you all. So I don't think it's all chemtrails. I think there's a life form up there that can do this. And then it makes me think, well, how is the rainbow made? Now this is a question, They say that God put a rainbow in the clouds, in the sky, so that it was his promise that he would never flood the earth again. Okay, that was the promise according to the biblical account. But then if you have this life form in the sky that has the ability to change colors, is this a part of it too? Is it? Is this a part of it? I don't know. That question's in the back of my mind also. There's so many questions. See, look at that. Look at the colors. And there's life forms, and there's programmable matter in these clouds. You can see it better if I add some. If I do this, you can see it. You can see the programmable matter. You can see the points of it if I don't make it so dark. It's just what if they're the ones making themselves all wispy too? I mean, it's beautiful colors. It really is absolutely beautiful. All of it is, you all. It just makes a person wonder all the more. It really does. All the more it makes me wonder all the more about what's really taking place. See, look at the pastel colors, and it's so thick up there in the sky. It's like it's a whole nother world is what it is. I don't feel that these colors are from the all of the chemicals that are being sprayed in the sky. I really don't feel like they are. I don't. I feel like they are another life form. And it's just not normal. It's not normal at all. It really isn't. Not at all. Now, I understand that there are some who have studied the chemtrails. Yeah. But I can't study that stuff. It has a negative energy with it. It really does. And it affects me in a negative way. But I can look at the clouds, and I can look at this right here, that what we're looking at, and they do have different colors. And they rearrange themselves. I can't call this chemtrails. I can't. This is a life form. I cannot dismiss this away as a chemtrail, as aluminum, as barium, any of that. I can't do that within my spirit, and you may feel differently, but to me, I can't. Okay, I can't. And you may not be able to see it, and that's fine. But I would, if people want to have an open mind, to look further at the clouds, look at the clouds in a different manner other than with just chemtrails, ever dismiss everything as chemtrails without looking into the cloud structures themselves. That would be wonderful if you could expand that way, because I don't think chemtrails are like this. I really don't. So with that being said, I am going to go. And thank you all for coming in here. And I'll say it once again. I think that this is programmable matter. It's a programmable life form that's in the sky. And there's a lot more to the sky than what we have heard. I think there's two sides to everything. And I think that in this instance, there could be an instance of playing good cop, bad cop. Dismiss everything away as a chemtrail. Even though they are up there spraying, they could just have you focus solely on that and not on something like this that's in the sky. Dismiss this away. Because what if this is part of Project Bluebeam? What if it is? What if these can arrange themselves in a way that puts numbers in the sky, letters in the sky? I think they can. I really do. A chemtrail, a normal chemtrail could not do that, but I think that these could. And they probably do. They rearrange themselves into whatever shape. And if they are being controlled, who's controlling them? Who's controlling them and why? And what are they trying to hide? What are they trying to protect us? What's happening? So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you and thank you for joining, and thank you moderators for all you do, and thank you all for taking time out of your day for coming on here and sharing your thoughts as to what we're looking at. There's many theories, many schools of thoughts out there. There really are. And I'm throwing in another school of thought, another theory. So have a wonderful rest of your day.